Hi, my name is Julie and I'm the Retail Marketing and Sales Manager here at CDI Custom Paint.
Hey there, I'm Jason Chodorowski. I'm the General Manager here at CDI Custom Paint.
Today we're going to be doing a little plant tour for you, but first, Jason, who is CDI and what do we do here?
So we're doing another one of these videos, right? Where
Yes.
you make fun of me to my face and I sit there and take it.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Great. So here at CDI, we do a lot of things. I guess our core business is we paint RVs.
So Jason, what makes this plant a little bit more unique than others?
I think to start with, and you're gonna see some of this on the tour, you know, it's a 100,000 square foot facility dedicated to painting RVs. And so we have the size, we have the scale, we have the capabilities, and we have the expertise to execute just about any paint job available.
Awesome. All right, Jason, you ready to head out to the floor now and show everybody what we got?
Absolutely.
All right, so we're at the beginning of our plant tour. Jason, what is this process?
So this is step one in our process. This is what we call prep. And so in prep, we bring the units in from outside. We'll get them cleaned off so that all of our operators have a clean canvas to start. And then here, we're really gonna do three things. So to start with, we're gonna tape off all the areas where we don't want paint. We're gonna sand all of the slippery areas so that we give the paint something to bite into. And then lastly, if there's any body work that needs to be done, so if there are any dents or gouges or just imperfections in the substrate, we'll go ahead and do some body work on those, get it ready for paint.
So we just did prep, which is step one. Where are we going to now?
Okay, so right here, we leave prep and we go into step two, which is main base. And so we've got a lot of different substrates here. So with these coaches, we either may prime them or seal them, basically get them ready for paint. And then what we're gonna do after that is paint it all one color. So with this coach here, we've obviously painted it kind of this gray silver selenite color, ready for its next step in the process. If we think back to where we just were in prep, you can see the areas that we taped off, like on these door latches or on these compartment doors, or putting wheel covers over our wheels, making sure that we're doing everything we can to not get paint where paint doesn't belong. All right, so now we are moving into step three, which is layout.
This looks like pretty tedious work to me.
It is, but it's a really, really important step because it kind of sets the stage for the rest of the paint process. So after we get the unit main based, what we then do is we put these stencils or these guides for our painters on, and you can see there's a lot of handwork that goes in there. So protecting these handles, each one of these stripes needs to be clean and crisp because they're going to get a different color. So making sure that our layout team is putting all the right tape in all the right places, that they're tucking it behind the slide outs so that paint doesn't get behind your slide out. You've got a nice crisp, clean paint line all the way across the unit. So we're leaving layout, going into stripes or secondary colors, no less tedious, but just different work. This is every other color that we put on a coach. And so basically what we're doing here, adding a color, and then we come back over and we protect it. So here we're gonna add the blue in, and then we'll come back and paper over it and add the next color. And then we'll paper over that and add the next color and just keep building up each color until we're done with the coach.
All right, so what are we walking in between here?
So in between these two magical walls is what we call step 5, which is clear coat.
My favorite step.
Your favorite step is behind these walls, and so that is where we are applying the clear shiny stuff to make sure that we are protecting your coach and keeping it looking right and tight day in and day out. So we're leaving clear coat, step 5, we're going into step 6, which is tear down and then parts. And so throughout the whole process, we've actually been protecting your coach to make sure we don't get paint or clear coat where it shouldn't go. Now we're unmasking it. We're revealing it to the world. So we're gonna tear down all the areas that we had taped up and get it ready. And then after that's done, we're gonna start putting parts on it. So if you have an awning, if you have a ladder, if you needed tail lights or steps or really any part that was taken off because it's easier to paint without the part on. We're gonna put that part back on and get your coach closer to the way it was when you brought it here. Step 7 is what we call detail. And so as much as we try to keep these coaches clean and defect-free during our process, we are a production facility and stuff happens. And so basically when we come into detail, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sand it, we're gonna polish it, we're gonna buff it, we're gonna get it looking nice and showroom shiny. And then the very last thing that we do in detail is we have our quality control person goes through and does a full inspection. And so all the green pieces of tape that you see here are areas that we need to repair in the last step of our process.
All right, love me some quality control. So where are we going next?
So we are gonna time warp out of this building and into our other building, which we call North Building. And so that's the last step in our process. We call it final finish, and we are going to go there now.
Okay, so we just transported from the South Building to the North Building. What are we looking at here?
First of all, magically transported. We are in the final stage of our process, which is step 8. We call this final finish. This is where we repair anything that happened in any step in our process that isn't up to our high quality standard. So last chance to get it all right before we turn the keys to your coach back over to you and you drive off happy.
Nice. All right, so we've done our CDI plant tour. Is there anything that you want anybody to remember specifically about the tour?
Well, hopefully you enjoyed what you had to see here and you got to see a little bit about some of the capabilities that we have here at CDI. I guess I'd tell you, we love when people come to visit. We love people that have questions about process. We love, frankly, showing off what we do, and we're happy to welcome you to Forest City, Iowa, anytime you're in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
So this is actually where we cook meat and potatoes. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
You're so funny.